Hey there, everyone. My name is Ian, and this is going to be the HIVE draft analysis. It is a competitive draft league where the league is separated. If you don't know what the HIVE is, this is a league that is separated into three different mini leagues of Weedle, Kakuna, and Beedrill. I am in Kakuna. This is going to be my first season in the HIVE, and I'm really excited for it. I really like the division that I'm in. Seems like there's a lot of really good competitive players. With me is Matt, also known as Survival Prodigy.
Yo, it's your boy Dan, aka Drive, back
Yeah,
again.
yeah, he's not good at the YouTube, so he steals others' bits. So, uh,
I mean, I'm back again once again. That's original, right?
oh yeah, true.
What's going on,
Yeah,
shady people?
mm, yeah. I mean, we're doing all the original intros here. So, we're gonna be going over the mons that I drafted, and
What about me?
and oh yeah, of course, Jimmy,
Oh
the
yeah, well,
guy
here
who
we
said,
have yeah, Morgan Freeman with us.
yeah, we got
Welcome.
we got Jimmy Freeman.
Everybody say
So
hi. Hi, Jimmy Freeman.
Jimmy,
Hi.
Jimmy's just gonna pop in with his comments every now and again. So if you hear a voice that doesn't sound like me or Matt's, that's him.
This is the guy who sounds, in terms of someone we know, internally depressed forever.
I thought we
That's
didn't want this
me.
one to be 36 minutes this time, Matt.
Yes, okay.
Uh,
We were a minute 47 seconds into this.
Proceed.
hey,
Proceed with caution.
okay, so we're gonna go over the 11 mons that I drafted, and I'm gonna explain why I picked them up. And
Briefly.
yeah, briefly.
The longest
Uh,
part of this will be explaining the nicknames.
yeah, of course. All right, so first round came up.
His name
I
is John Stamos!
You can just bust it out right away, man. You can just bust it out right away.
God, I have to post this shit. Okay,
I mean,
okay.
it's your name attached to it, so it's not.
Okay. So first round came by, and I really wanted a good mega to draft my entire draft around. So I was between Mega Venusaur and Mega Scizor, and I've used both of them in leagues before, but one I've used incredibly well, and that was Mega Venusaur, and one I feel like I didn't use it to its full potential, so I wanted to try Mega Scizor again. That's X-Pac, the Mega Scizor.
And if you
He
know who
generally
X Pac is, you're lying. No one knows who X Pac is.
Hey, hey, if you don't like the nickname, I've got two words for you.
You did not just do that to me. Nah.
Okay, so Mega Scizor, it's a really good. It's got a really good typing. It's only quad affected by fire, and that's a really good thing. That's a really good typing to build your core around because you can just make sure that you don't have a fire weakness, and you have a lot of things that you can switch into fire moves, and then just proceed from there because Mega Scizor really appreciates things that can take on the things that can take it out.
Oops.
Plus, it can provide support with agility and Swords Dance Pass, Roost, Defog, and the best priority in the game with its Technician Bullet Punch. And U-turn's always good for momentum.
Yeah,
So
and I feel like Mega Scizor is one of the best Pokemon to build a team around. It can act as your defogger, setup sweeper, and it's one of the most versatile Megas in draft. That's also
yeah,
viable.
yeah, and I always love a Pokemon that can go both offensive and defensive on any given week.
Yeah, it's like you can see that for almost anything, but Mega Scizor does like no one else's
And,
job.
and even with like no offensive investment, it hurts. It has base 150 attack, so
Yeah.
that's always
So I think that's up on Scizor. Like you
yeah.
obviously know you got your boy, and now picked it with something that complements it pretty well.
Yeah, I picked up something that really complements Mega Scizor very well, and that is Latias, Charlotte the Latias, who, if you don't know, is the daughter of the Nature Boy, and she is the
But is
queen.
the worst of the four horsewomen. Just putting that out there.
And cue the hate comments. But,
I mean, don't get me wrong. 10 out of 10 would bang, but you know.
oh god. So I really grabbed Latias because I think it fits the core really well. It Mega Scizor, weak to fire. Latias resists fires. Latias is weak to fairy, ice, dark, ghost. Scizor resists 2 of them, and one of the main ways dark types use dark moves is with knockoff, and Mega Scizor takes that incredibly well because he can't knock off Mega Stones.
Wow.
Ghost,
Maybe you're forming some kind of core, and with the type synergy, like
yeah,
maybe the dragon and steel types pair well together.
maybe just that sort of thing. Who knows?
Who knows? We be innovating the meta with, putting dragons and steel types together. Oh.
Yes, thank you, Matt.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Latias, another thing that gets good reliable recovery, another defogger, so both of them can really support the team. Healing Wish support's always nice. Dragon and Psychic Stab really helps to
Yeah,
plus,
Latias dishes out the damage, and you always want a good dragon on a team.
Yeah. Plus, along with Bolt Beam coverage, it's really good. Plus, you don't have to run a Life Orb on it because you can just run Soldu.
Also, that's a really, I want to say a really big buff, but it's a pretty good buff this gen with Soldu.
It really is because, a lot of times if people want to boost their stab, they'll have to run Draco Plate or Mind Plate, but you can just run Soldu in both of them, so.
Yeah. And it's not even broken, it's balanced, so.
Yeah. It's like putting an expert belt on the Psychic and Dragon stabs, except it's
everything.
So it's not really an expert belt at all.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's enough on that, yeah.
Third pick came around, and I was considering a few options, but I just really wanted something that continued to hit over the base 100 speed tier, and I wanted to grab my fast electric type before anybody else grabbed them. I knew those were going to go fast, and I wanted to grab one of the best ones before it went. So I was looking around, and I saw Thunderous Therian. And Thunderous Therian, the blue meanie.
Now, if you know who the blue meanie is, please tell us.
Yeah, please. We want to know more about him than he just got, publicly thrashed. We want to recognize him for more than that.
Anyway, I think Thunderous Therian is I think he is regarded as one of the best setup sweepers in the game, period. Actually, no, that's false. In drafts. Not in the game, no.
It gets nasty plot and agility, so it can patch both of its stats to make sure nothing outspeeds it or nothing takes it.
Yeah. And then I've drafted both Thunderouses multiple times in leagues, and I've never ever have gotten a bulk upset to work.
Yeah, so just don't run the bulk upsets. Plus, I really do like fast electric types that can get both Volt Switch and U-Turn, so you're always getting momentum on your side.
Yeah, and you already got the Volt Turn core going on.
Yeah, Volt Turn with Mega Scizor and Thunderous Therian. Volt Turn's coming off of base 150 attack and 145 base special attack, respectively, are going to hurt and force the opponent to shuffle around just to rack up more damage, which is really nice for my team.
Yeah, and you have some good pivots on the team that we'll eventually see.
Yeah. My team is I think it's really good for just forcing teams to consistently take damage while I can just keep up offensive pressure. And you'll see that.
I just recognized something that might be a problem for your team, so remind me about that then. Yeah, I don't want to say it because it's a pretty glaring weakness.
Yeah. I recognize that my team does have some weaknesses. I've been told that my draft isn't the best, and I can recognize that, but I still like what I drafted.
And for the people who say this draft isn't good, well, you can go fuck yourselves in an alleyway and have fun.
Hey, he's very protective, folks. I'm sorry. I can't control him. But
Control.
Anyway.
Yeah, hold me back. Hold me back, man. Hold me back.
Okay, so fourth round came, and by the way, I had a wheel pick. By the way, I was the last person to draft.
Oh, you had wheel pick?
Yeah, I was
Why
number
did I
six.
not know this?
I had number 16. I thought I told you.
No,
Uh,
I probably wasn't listening. Okay, anyway.
okay, so I had the number 16th pick, meaning it's really good because I get to pick up two Pokemon at once, but at the same time, I needed to wait 31 picks for the next Pokemon to get back to me. So I wanted to grab something that I knew wasn't going to make it back to me on round 5, at the end of round 5. And I noticed I didn't have any Stealth Rocks or any Entry Hazards at all. So I grabbed something that can set up not one, but two hazards. And that is Nido King. Triple H, the King of Kings, to be specific.
The
But
cerebral assassin. The guy.
the the fucker of Stephanie McMahon. What? So
I mean, the wannabe John Cena.
the hammer, the man who brings the hammer down.
Reinhardt?
Oh.
For anyone of you who plays Overwatch. Yeah.
So so Nido King's really good. It gets sheer force. That's an ability.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the thing. King just adds to the wall breaking potential of your team. Like paired
Yeah.
with Thunderous, like it's also like a little type synergy. Like Thunderous can't break electric types in the slightest. You have King,
Can't break electric and grass types unless it's running HP flying. Well,
which is kind of weak. HP flying. So
yeah, it does. It does run sludge. It can learn sludge wave though, but for really bulky grass types, it's not exactly going to do too much.
I mean,
so.
was Amoonguss drafted?
I believe it was.
Yeah. So there's that. But then, as you can see, in the next pick we kind of have there's kind of an Entei there, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, I really just.
Nido King is always a great pick, no matter what draft
Yeah.
it's on.
It just gets fire, electric, poison, fighting.
Yeah, it's the value wall breaker.
It even gets surf, who my buddy Anthony didn't know. But,
Wait, I don't think this thing gets sucker punch, does it? No, it does. No,
it does get sucker.
Yeah, I knew
But,
Nido Queen did, but like, I thought something. Nido Queen gets something that Nido King doesn't. I just forget what it is.
Yes. Plus, I really think Nido King is really valuable. Well, I would say it's really valuable by the fact that you can run Z moves on any Pokemon, and Nido King has absurd coverage. But then you're not running a Life Orb.
Yeah.
But I just think it works well on a team where you can just Volt, Turn, Pivot into Wall Breakers.
Yeah. And I think also just another thing, a ground type, getting a good one early, because you always want a good ground type on the draft. Like you need, or at least like a lightning rod Pokemon, because you never want to get Volt switched on.
So now I have two Pokemon that can absorb electric hits, because Thunderous Theory does get Volt Absorb.
Yeah. So yeah, I saw also adding to that, and like already you have a lot of wall breaking, and you even have some hazards and hazard removal. So far, this team is looking like pretty solid, even in terms of types, and like covering your like checklist of hazards, hazard removal, wall breaking, setup, stuff
Fast
like
electric type.
Yeah, fast electric type, and
So-
reliable recovery, etc.
Yeah, so right now I just think the team's really good. When we get into the lower tiers, the team might drop off slightly, but I had reasons for that. So, 5th round came. I wanted a fire type. I knew I wanted to get a good fire type before they started going. Chandelure was on the board, but I felt like I already had a couple Pokemon that were too, like, Mega Scizor's base 75, Nidoking was base 85. I didn't want too many Pokemon meshing in that speed tier. So I decided to grab one that's fast enough and hits like a truck, and that is Entei, the Ultimate Warrior.
I think this is like the best nickname that has come up.
Yeah. I mean, some of them are self-explanatory, and just look at that mess.
Yeah. And Entei is kind of a one-trick dog, but, obviously, everyone knows the power of Solar Beam Trick. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows the weakness policy, Sunny Day, or whatever's. Everyone knows those tricks. But at the end of the day, you still have your Sacred Fire to fall back on, and you will miss. I mean, like you have your Sacred
Plus,
Fire.
plus, I do love that I do have Bullet Punch, Sucker Punch, Nidoking, and now I have Extreme Speed on Entei. So I do have quite a bit of priority on the team as well, and just a hard-hitting fire type to really pressure opposing teams because I don't have like aside from Nidoking at this point, like I don't have too much to hit like steel types
Yeah,
entirely.
and obviously
So
Scizor is Wild by Steel types.
I saw yeah, Scizor can run superpower, but that's like
It's kind
very
it's kind of counterproductive if you run an SD set, and
yeah.
yeah, unless you want a wall breaking SD set, but that's kind of weird.
Yeah, entirely. So I just think at the end of the day, I just want something that can nuke things.
Yeah, and
So
obviously that's a fire type, bounce out
yeah,
well.
and yeah. Plus, it's the first element of the core that everybody loves involved.
Would that happen to be the three types of fire, water, and grass?
Yeah, and speaking of which, I noticed that I had two fire resists. Why not add a third? My team doesn't exactly hate electric types. I have two electric immunities like right off the bat.
And a
My team
resist.
my team kind of has a bit of an ice weakness at the point. Like Mega Scizor is one of the better ice switches in the game, and Entei can take ice hits, but doesn't exactly appreciate them. So let's have a wall that can take both. Plus, Water Stab kind of hits my team decently hard at this point. So let's grab Primarina. Let's
Yeah.
grab Molina Primarina.
Now, what I really love about this draft and this pick specifically is that everything on your team can go offensive and defensive. Well, maybe not Entei and Nidoking or Thundurus, but Scizor, Latias, and Primarina, your Dragon Fairy Steel Core, all can go offensive and defensive very effectively. Like Primarina has Calm Mind, right?
I believe it. I don't know if it does
It gets
actually. I don't.
something like that, but either way, just offensive or defensive. Like this thing, like can run specs. It has run specs and OU to some success, and
Yeah,
it just has that option. Maybe like
yeah,
a little
and
bit of low on the HP side, but that's whatever.
it does get it does get coverage, and it does get energy ball, and it does get psychic to hit the two things that would mainly counter in other fat water types and poison types because poison counters fairy. Yeah. So so
Well, poison
and
resist fair. Yeah, yeah. I you
yeah,
meant water, the water hydro,
yeah,
whatever.
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Like and steel, while it may not be super affected by water attacks, a lot of steel types do not appreciate swapping into water.
And
To
there's this move called Scald. I'm not sure if you've heard of it.
yeah, to stab Scald, which is kind of a. I'm not gonna say it's a busted move, but it's just like one of the best moves in the game to just click and watch something get burned.
Yeah. And overall, this rounds out your Dragon Fairy Steel Core as that little extra bulk that you kind of needed. And yeah, overall, just great mon. And some
Yeah,
nice Gen 7 up in here.
yeah, I just really like. I just really liked all of these picks in that they can go offensive or defensive. Well, maybe not Nino King, but at the very least, it can go like offensive with four coverage moves, or it can run T Spikes one week, or it can run Stealth Rocks.
Yeah.
It even gets Super Fang. So if I needed to just like if I just need something weakened enough for something else to come in and sweep, I could just click Super Fang.
And you don't
So
really have any one tricks right here. Like I guess Entei you could count, but even then you can get a little bit funky.
yeah,
Not,
like
not
it does get workup, so it can set up potentially.
yeah. So I think that's stuff on that. And the next one, well, this is where it starts getting interesting.
Yeah, this is where
Pretty much
this is
all the picks up to this now have seemed normal to the average player, but
yeah,
this is where you start getting the
I
dank
think
picks.
yeah, I think this was the point where people started to drop off with my draft. Like they didn't believe they did think my draft went downhill from there. And I see it. I do see what they're talking about. But I felt these picks were kind of necessary
Yeah,
at the time.
you got to the point in the draft where there's not much left. You need to fill the holes in your team, and you kind of have to do that with
Yeah.
weird Pokemon.
So at this point, I wanted. There were two things that I needed. There were two things that I needed. I needed another rocker because I did not want the pressure to be on Nidoking, and I wanted Heal Bell because my team, it's something that I don't want. Like I don't want Entei getting status and then he's just out of the game. I don't want Mega Scizor to get burned and then he's just out of the game. I don't want Lottie to get toxic or Thunder Waved and then he's just out of the game.
Well, Ian, what are you gonna do about that?
Well, I was gonna grab. There were two normal types that could fulfill roles that I needed, and there was Milt and Licky Licky on the board. And I was really thinking about grabbing Miltank. It was another thick fat mon that could have resisted, that could have helped out with my fire and ice proximities of making sure that I don't get wrecked by them. And it does get Heal Bell, it does get Rocks, does get Milk Drink, does get so it can sustain itself. But in the end, I decided to go with Licky Licky. Roman Reigns the Licky Licky because everyone's saying it's shit and we got to make him look strong.
I mean,
And despite me thinking he's a good gain, everyone's booing him, and I don't know why. So
no one's gonna get it. No one's gonna get it, dude. No one's gonna understand.
I understand. So I grabbed Licky Licky for one reason only: Wish. I grabbed Licky Licky because it got Wish, and Wish support for my team I think is a bit more essential for sustaining power so that I can keep my wall breakers healthy. Because most of my wall breakers are capable of at least taking one hit. They can all at least take like one hit. They're like, none of them are super frail. I think Nidoking is the most frail out of all of them, all of my picks so far. And even he can still take a hit just with his base typing alone. So I wanted Wish to be able to keep them healthy so they can consistently take hits. Plus Licky Licky with its base, like, 110 HP and 95 defenses, it can be, like, customized to take on a lot of Pokemon. Like, it can wall a lot of Pokemon. When you just see Licky Licky, you would not expect it to wall. But I just think the Wish support was a bit more important. Plus it gets a lot of coverage, so it's not super passive. So I think it can just be customized in ways to fit roles on my team that I don't think Miltank necessarily.
You kind of cut out there, but yeah, some things Miltank can't do, and there's like some things like you can't do what Miltank can.
Yeah, like Licky Licky. The big downside to this pick is that it doesn't get rocks.
Yeah, that's
If
like
it
that's like literally it, like Wish versus Rocks.
Yeah, that's what the whole debate was: Wish versus Rocks. And I decided to grab Wish, and that was the entire reason why I grabbed my next pick, which is Regirock. Dwayne Johnson, and can you smell what he's cooking? La la la. So, la la la. So, I grabbed Regirock. I know. In hindsight, this is the pick I kind of regret the most because their speed tier is exactly the same. They're both weak to fighting, and they aren't exactly the hardest hitting Pokemon in the world.
Or the most versatile.
And I hate to say it, but I did pick this Pokemon mostly for rocks, just so that I could have a consistent rocker. But it does fulfill the role of also being a decently bulky pivot, because I just kind of need mons that can fulfill a role on the team of taking hits. And it does provide a lot of physical defense that if there's things that are spamming Flare Blitz, like Latias can't necessarily come into that safely. Primarina, it can wall a lot of Fire Blast, but not like a lot of like Flare Blitzes or Fire Punches that are coming off of strong physical attackers, because it doesn't have the best physical defense. Regirock does. It has base 200 defense. It's taking physical hits for days. And I feel at this point, I just needed to ensure that I got rocks up to help just deal that consistent damage, to help shuffle around team and make them take those massive hits whilst getting chipped down by
And really,
rocks.
there aren't too many good stealth rockers, period.
Yeah,
like when there's 16 people, it's kind of hard to get one.
Yeah, especially at round 6, there weren't too many left that I had my eye on. Plus, I was still saving up for a few Pokemon that you'll see why I had to save up like a lot of points, like in a few picks.
But you got Dankarok, so
Yeah. So, round what is this? I think this was round 8, and I realized I didn't have a fighting type yet. So, there were a couple on the board. There was Sawk. There was Hariyama, I believe. There was. There were some other ones. There were some options, but I decided to go with Shinsuke Nakamura, the Medicham, because Nakamura's awesome.
yeah,
That's all I got.
it's Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura, like, come on, it's Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah. So,
Like, come on.
so what I decided to do with this is it's another really hard wall breaker. Like you see the base 60 attack, you don't think it's much, and then pure power strikes in, and then you're taking a high jump kick to the face. And even Pokemon that resist a Medicham high jump kick do not truly resist a Medicham high jump kick.
Now, Medicham is like pretty much your standard fighting type. It then gets the stabs and headbutt as well, but then fake out bullet
Yeah.
punch and then like the elemental punches. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's all it really needs. Plus, it adds like some really good priority into my team. Like I have some decent priority users, which I
Yeah.
really enjoy.
I think I don't know. In my opinion, I would have gone Salk. Like I don't think you needed the extra priority. Salk's hits almost just as hard, but
Yeah, I could have gone Sawk and gotten a bit more extra coverage out of it, but and yeah, I'm not entirely sure why I didn't go Sawk. I just feel like Medicham can really fit the team well. Also, one thing I noticed that I didn't say during my Regirock segment, my team was also at the moment very comparable to Bird Spam. It really was. Like, look at my team and look at my Bird Spam switch-in. Regirock provides me a Spam switch-in. I wanted to get that out before I said it, because Medicham was just providing another flying weakness. So if my Pokemon is a big flying type, I don't just immediately get throttled by it.
yeah. And since you do have that massive check, you picked up fighting type here. May not have been the
Yeah.
best choice, but it's what you got. It's what you have to live with.
At the very least, I can make some trades later if I really think Medicham is not working out.
Yeah,
And-
Medicham gets the priority, whereas Salk doesn't. So there's
Yeah,
that.
in hindsight, probably should have gotten Sawk, but Medicham gets almost the same coverage as Sawk, but Sawk may just get harder coverage in that it gets Iron Head over Bullet Punch, and
Close combat over high jump kick.
yeah, I feel like the consistency of close combat could be something, but nothing takes high jump kicks off of Medicham, and Medicham does hit slightly harder, so that's why I grabbed it. So we're going on to round
The
10.
third questionable pick of Ian's draft.
Yeah, and this was probably the one that I may have gotten the most shit for. I thought Licky Licky was bad. The second people started talking about Volibye, spoiler alert, it's Volibye.
Okay,
But,
now I don't really understand why people are talking mad shit about this. Like, it can do things. Like, I don't know if people played PU last gen, but this thing was a monster.
Yeah, like, I don't think it's that bad. I think it provides me another defogger because, I don't want to force Scizor and Latios to have hazard removal if I want hazard removal. Because, spoiler alert, I couldn't get a spinner. Like, I just couldn't with the way my draft was working out. I would have grabbed Delmise earlier. Like, when I was about to grab Primarina, it was between Entei, Primarina, and Delmise, but I felt like Entei and Primarina were more essential. And then Delmise went, like, very soon after I picked Primarina. So that would have been my next pick. But I couldn't grab it. I couldn't grab any other good spinners. I think the only other one I even possibly considered was Avalugg, but no Avalugg. So
Yeah, and then also right here, Volibee provides a knockoff user, and knockoff user, no matter like what knockoff user it is valuable.
yeah, I do grab knockoff, and that my only other knockoff users were Mega Scizor and Licky Licky at this point.
Yeah, and Mega
So-
Scizor can't always run knockoff since like 4 move slot syndrome.
Yeah,
And
and same for like you are, which most weeks it's gonna be running Wish Protect.
then
Like
body slam is like always good, and then like maybe heel bell or something else.
it,
And you know,
maybe heal, maybe Earthquake, maybe a coverage move just to customize it a bit more. But
fuck it, maybe swords dance. You never fucking know.
but I do like that Vullaby does also provide Whirlwind. So if a Pokemon is setting up on me, I can phase it out. It doesn't just instantly stop me. It does also provide me with another U-turn user. So if I know my opponent is going to switch because they don't want to get toxic or they can't do anything to Vullaby, I can U-turn out and then go into another one of my wall breakers.
Like Walleye
So
isn't as big of setup fodder as people would like initially think, and also Wallaby's typing is Mandibuz's typing, and it's a
yeah.
very very good typing.
Plus, like I said earlier, I don't exactly have an electric weakness because I have Nidoking and Thunderous Therian. So I have things that can absorb it, and I do also have ice switch-ins in Primarina, and Licky Licky can take a lot of like ice hits if I customize it correctly. And Scizor again, really good ice switch in. So
Yeah, and literally
the
no electric type can really threaten your team openly.
yeah,
Can't really
like
Volt Switch on your team, and like firing off Thunderbolts won't really do much.
yeah, like I have too many ways to just come in and stop that really.
Yeah.
So plus Vullaby also gets foul play. So if someone's setting up Swords Dances in my face, prepare to take some damage, boy.
Gonna wrestle with Jeff. Prepare for death. And
Yeah.
you don't get the reference, but it's just take it as it is.
So that's Vullaby. That's Neville the Vullaby because Neville's a high flyer, and that was a nickname suggested from Ghost Flame 92 hashtag shout out. So
Yeah. And we have the blast pick,
last,
and this is what all you saved all the points for, pretty much.
yeah,
And I really like this pick.
this I saved up all the points for this one. It was the last Pokemon I could draft. I didn't have a grass type yet. I wanted something that could hit above the base 110 speed tier because a good amount of Pokemon hit that speed tier. I couldn't get a Pokemon to go over the base 115 speed tier to outspeed things like Azelf, Sneasel, like a lot of decently fast wall breakers. Mega Absol, because somebody did draft Mega Absol. I go up against it week 1. But,
Shout out to Harry.
yeah, shout out to Harry. But I did grab Superior, which hits base 113, and Contrary Leaf Storm's a thing. Contrary Leaf Storm is indeed a thing.
And this is
Plus
also another wall breaker, in a way.
It's another wall breaker in a way. Like, once it starts going, it's very hard to stop it unless you have a counter.
Yeah, it's a much more of a threat to offensively built teams than like stall teams. Most
Yeah,
likely, it depends on the team, but most likely.
Yeah. Like, and what can stop it? Bulky flying types, maybe?
Hello, Dwayne Johnson.
Hello, Dwayne Johnson. Hello, Thunderous Therian.
Mega Scizor setup fodder.
Yeah.
Hello, fire type. Hello, Roman Reigns. Thick fat.
Lucky doesn't get thick fat.
Wait, it doesn't.
No,
I keep thinking it gets thick. It gets Cloud 9.
It gets Cloud 9. I do go up against the rain team though, so that can be useful. I also it does
I remember
get
you
rare.
mentioned Licky gets Focus Blast. I thought that was funny. Just wanted to
It
point
also-
that out.
It also gets Explosion. Call him Mr. Torg, he's exploding. So nobody gonna get that one. So Glare,
Nobody.
So Glare is also really good for speed control. Subseed is a set I could run. It gets all the coverage it needs in Dragon Pulses, covering the basis of Dragon types coming in and stop.
And I feel like literally nobody has made superior work to great success except for your boy Jimbo. But yeah, like really superior is kind of a fickle fucker. That's kind of very very situational. But
once the situation appears,
yes, it's either you're weak to superior or you're not weak to superior.
So prepare for Jake the Snake Roberts to come in and DDT your ass.
Yeah, and prepare for death. Also prepare for a nice coil, because who needs boost when you get nerfs?
Yeah.
It lures them to a false sense of security.
Yeah. So that's my team. I have no illusions. It's not the perfect team. Like Matt himself has even seen some glaring weaknesses in my team.
Like the obvious ones, maybe some better stealth rockers, but the strengths about it, you have some very solid cores. Mega Scizor, Latias, Primarina, and just throw in a Licky Regirock, Volby somewhere in there, and then your wall breaking is tremendous. And then sweeping potential in Thundurus, Agility Thundurus, and Scizor, and then or even like priority cleanup. And the wall breaking, Nidoking obvious, Entei obvious, Thundurus hits hard as fuck, Metacham is even there, and Superior alongside of it. You can even sweep with a Superior too. And then like
Yeah,
versus maybe more stall teams, you can probably win those wars. Just you have a good balance between like offense and more so bulk. So really, I think in theory, and then looking at this on paper, it can do work, but you can't really judge that until you get into actual games.
yeah. There, I do believe this team has a great potential to work, and I can already tell I'm going to enjoy using this team. That's why I drafted the team because it just looks fun to use. I know it fits my play style. I'm more of a
Fat.
balanced play. I'm all of a balanced player, so I know I enjoy bulky pivots to go into, but I also enjoy bringing in something and being able to just click a nuke button.
And you have a couple Pokemon that can do that.
So I have a couple of Pokemon that can do both of those things. I got Pokemon that can take hits. A lot of my lower tier Pokemon that some people would define as just
Unviable.
Like, yeah, unviable, passive. They're more going to be used as bulky pivots more than anything, but at the same time, they can put in some decent work. I believe.
I feel like these things, for what they were drafted for, can do what they were drafted for.
Yeah,
And
that is
more. And more.
and that is the reason why I drafted them. And I think that the bulkier picks I picked them because they can be customized in a certain way. Like even Regirock, who's not the most versatile Pokemon, can be run bulky one week with just coverage to hit things like maybe Fire Punch for a Fortress or something, and then the next week it's running Adamant Rock Polish.
And then fucking watch out, Harry. We're goddamn bringing Sword Stand Licky week 1. Watch out.
Watch out!
Watch out, watch out, watch out!
Watch out! Watch out!
Watch out, watch
out! Shout out to the Universal Champ.
God damn it.
God damn you, Randy Orton, and you're giving Bray a 1 month reign.
Goddamn muscles and tattoos.
So that's the
team. This was the analysis. I've been Matt. He's been Ian. And this has been
the Hive draft analysis.
Goodbye.
Video.